Every single device in your home has an IP address, but here is the really crazy part. Millions of homes across the exact same world use the exact same IP addresses internally. How is that even possible? Well, the answer is private IP address ranges. Today, in this explainer, we're going to unpack exactly what they are and why they exist.
I mean, think about it. If you and your next-door neighbor both check your internal network settings right now, you might actually find that your computers are using the exact same IP address. So how can millions of homes globally use the identical internal addresses without just completely breaking the internet? It's a fantastic mystery, and it all comes down to the brilliant way private networks are designed.
All right, let's look at our roadmap. Today we're covering what private IPs are, why they exist, the 3 official ranges, a real-world home network example, public versus private IPs, and finally, cybersecurity risks. Starting with Section 1, what are private IPs? Defining the local network.
So what exactly are we talking about here? Basically, a private IP address is an address used exclusively inside local networks. And the absolute most important thing you need to remember here is that these addresses physically cannot communicate directly out over the public internet. They are strictly meant for inside your house or your office.
To make this concrete, just look around you right now. Your smartphone, your laptop, the TV streaming your shows in the living room, even that wireless printer. They are all receiving these private local addresses. They use them to chat with each other behind the scenes, totally isolated from the outside world.
Moving right along to Section 2, why do private IPs exist? Saving the internet.
You kind of have to imagine the sheer panic of early internet engineers. Imagine if every single phone, tablet, smart fridge, and laptop globally required a one-of-a-kind, unique public IP address. Because of the mathematical limits in the original system, we would have run out of addresses incredibly quickly. The internet as we know it literally would have hit a brick wall.
Private IPs swooped in to solve this impending crisis. The benefits here are huge. By allowing homes to reuse addresses, they save those precious public IP addresses. But beyond that, they improve your internal network organization, they give you a layer of basic isolation from the chaotic public web, and they effortlessly support the millions of new devices that come online every single year. It's an elegant fix. All right, Section 3, the 3 official ranges, classes A, B, and C.
Network engineers actually laid this out into 3 official categories. Class A is this massive range built for huge enterprise networks. Class B is perfect for medium-sized setups, like a university campus. And finally, Class C is perfectly tailored for small networks. Unless you're running a massive corporation out of your basement, Class C is exactly what's powering your home Wi-Fi.
Actually, if you've ever poked around your internet settings trying to reboot or fix your Wi-Fi, you have highly likely seen the number 192.168.1.1. That falls right into our Class C category, and it's almost always the main address assigned to the boss of your network, your router.
Let's see this in practice. Section 4, a real-world home network, seeing it in action. In a standard home setup, it's highly organized. Your router grabs that primary .1 address. From there, it acts like a digital traffic cop and hands out subsequent numbers to everything else. So your phone gets .10, your laptop gets .15, the TV gets .20. Because they're all in this shared local range, they can talk to each other flawlessly and instantly.
But wait, remember our golden rule? Private IPs cannot talk directly to the public internet. So how are you actually watching this explainer right now? Well, your router performs something called NAT, or Network Address Translation. It takes your laptop's private request, translates it using the one single public IP your internet provider gave you, gets the website data, and translates it back to your private device. It is a miraculous piece of invisible traffic management happening thousands of times a minute. Which brings us to Section 5, public vs. private IPs, the apartment analogy.
Let's quickly compare these side by side to really cement the concept. Private IPs are strictly internal. They are totally reusable by anyone else in their own network, and they are not reachable publicly. Public IPs, on the flip side, are completely visible to the internet, they absolutely must be unique across the globe, and they are officially assigned to your house by your ISP.
The absolute best way to picture this? Your private IP is like an apartment number, say apartment 4B. Millions of buildings around the world can have an apartment 4B. It's totally reusable. But your public IP, that's your unique building street address, like 123 Main Street. The Postal Service uses the street address to find the building, and then the front desk, your router, delivers the package to the specific private apartment inside. Make sense?
Wrapping up with Section 6, Cybersecurity Risks. Private doesn't mean secure.
Now, you might be thinking, hey, my network is private, I'm safe. Well, not quite. Just because your IP is labeled private doesn't automatically mean your network is secure. You still face local risks. Things like misconfigured routers, internal attacks from a compromised device that's already on your Wi-Fi, weak passwords on your router's admin panel, or just keeping unpatched, outdated devices on your network.
The core takeaway here is that basic network isolation is not a substitute for proper device security. You absolutely still need strong passwords and up-to-date software. Security still massively matters, even behind the protective wall of a private IP range.
So today, we unpacked what private IPs are, why they essentially save the internet, the 3 official ranges, how NAT works, and the difference between public and private addresses. Now that you know how all of this keeps the digital world spinning, I've got a challenge for you. Do you know what your home router's actual IP address is right now? Go ahead, check your network settings today, and see if that famous 192.168 is waiting for you. Thanks for joining this explainer, and keep exploring.